What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel for another video, and today we are watching Shannon Sharpe just lost everything. Very curious to see what's going on. I know the situation that has been going on has been pretty rocky. I guess he was going to court for some things. I didn't look too much into it because what I did end up being forced to like find out about the situation he had going on. I didn't know too much. I thought he just got exposed, but apparently he's like going to court or something. I don't know, but he just lost everything. Is crazy. So we're about to find out what's going on. At one point in time, I was rooting for him. His podcast was going up. He had the Cat Williams interview, legendary. You know what I'm saying? That was legendary, bro. You gotta clap it up for that. It was legendary. But he ruined his reputation that fast. Like, I was rooting for him after the Skip Bayless situation and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shit happens. And I'm still forgetting to make my screen big when I'm talking to you guys. I'm sorry, bro. I'm new at this. This is my second video. Please bear with me. Okay. But let's get into it.
Shannon Sharpe could keep it in his pants. It seems like just yesterday, Shannon Sharpe was accused of doing essay and grape to an OnlyFans model, and the
Grape. Oh. Whoa. She's going for the jugular. Okay.
She was seeking damages in the amounts of $50 million. Now, a lot of people were suspicious because this came after a recent claim of Shannon Sharpe being supposedly or reportedly demanding upwards of $100 million in his next contract from ESPN or the Volume or whoever he was seeking this contract from. So it seemed quite timely for something like this to come out. As more and more time passed, from my personal perspective, Shannon Sharpe did not handle the situation correctly. He exposed himself more and more and really should have settled things behind closed doors. Now I'll go back and recap in a little bit, but ultimately this decision and court case came to a settlement in which Shannon Sharpe and the 20-year-old came to some sort of agreement that Shannon Sharpe would have to pay an undisclosed amount of money. Tony Busby, the lawyer for the 20-year-old, wrote out on Twitter on April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon solution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. Now, I know that people are going to read that as, hey, Shannon Sharpe didn't do anything. They say it's long-term consensual, but tumultuous just means that they were arguing and fighting and stuff like that. But that's not how I personally read it. This is a way to fence it.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to like imagine what a 50-year-old man and a 20-year-old girl could be arguing about relationship wise. Like, why are you, bro, it's just for me, bro, what? You talk to me crazy, I'm taking your walker. First of all, I can't even imagine myself. I'm not even, you know what? Let's just keep on with the video.
Stuff like that. But that's not how I personally read it. This is a way to fence it, to be quite honest with you. Hey, some stuff was done, some stuff wasn't done. We can at least acknowledge that it's a relationship. Why? Because I need to clear my name so I can go back to working. Shannon thought that he would be heading into this case with the expectation that he would be back first day of training camp, but ESPN shut that down quick as hell yesterday by letting go of Shannon Sharpe.
I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really want it to be about him, and I want it to be about my family. I said this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, you know, it didn't happen that way. Damn. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. We've all, and he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow They
Wow.
saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these funny these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they
Bro, I just hate how much of a stand up man he comes off as. He just has kinks. And like some crazy kinks. This is such a like tough, sticky situation, and I really feel like I'm watching a like great uncle go through this, and it's like, well, I don't want to really be near you anymore, but like I wish you the best, unc. You know what I'm saying?
did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, I just wish this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's gonna be for the next couple of days.
Yeah,
So,
of
bro,
course.
again, I know you
They will always choose to tear a black man down over uplifting, like the greatness that's going on. Always, bro. Like, it's expected
told me this. I don't have to
at this
apologize, but I'm
point.
gonna do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner.
Dang, man. Makes you almost want to call your brother. Now, I will say on a personal level, that is
Well,
probably a little messed
no.
up. ESPN could, at least
I'm sorry, bro. There's so much lore. There's so many stories and stuff that y'all don't know about, and maybe one day you will. But for now, no, that did not make me want to call my fucking brother, bro. I don't mess with him.
respect that or come to the conclusion to wait until Monday. I don't know if Monday would have made any sort of difference.
It's what it
I don't
is.
think anybody was looking to see if Shannon Sharp was going to be there, not going to be there. I don't know why they just didn't wait till Monday. Maybe they wanted to add more insult to injury, but ultimately, if that's the bed that you made, you got to lay in it. That's my grandma's analogy for you, Shannon Sharp. So while I wish that they would have respected, truthfully and honestly, hey, they have the right to do stuff as they see fit. And just to add some more salt to the wound that is the situation that involves Shannon Sharp, Gabrielle Zuniga, the woman in question, the 20-year-old OnlyFans model, released her own version of a statement saying that
I'm so sorry. She's disgusting. Sorry. I can't hold my tongue, bro.
and I quote, "Today I have decided to retire from OF." This is after the settlement. "Thank you for the incredible support you
She doesn't need it anymore. She doesn't need it anymore. She's up. Bro, she's up. She's up.
shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I
Got
could
off
have
on
never
that man.
imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever." There's a big lesson in all of this right here. First and foremost, we won't know what happened behind those closed doors. Some of the stuff that Shannon Sharp was saying in those text messages makes me think that he was a kinky freak monster.
Yes.
He was into
Most definitely he was a kinky freak monster, bro. Like, we can all agree to that.
race play. I don't know if people remember the
Shame.
text
Full.
messages
That was
about the
shameful.
big black baby and talking about how he was going to choke that young. There is a possibility that he did these horrible and damning things. But what I took from this is like one of the biggest and fastest ways to ruin a career, a name, and a legacy the fast way. Shannon Sharp was on a meteoric rise, but ever
Yeah.
since this situation came out, and not so much of the situation, more so the way he handled the situation, I think he went about it totally wrong, and it did more damage to his name.
Bro, y'all remember the freaking Instagram? He went live while in the middle of handling business. That was so on purpose, bro. And that was, oh my gosh, I was so disappointed and disgusted, because why are you trying to be viewed that way and you're like going up in the way that he was? Why would you, like, you don't have to prove to anybody that you get hoo-ha. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to prove so bad that he's still old and getting there or whatever. And it's like, dude, you made yourself look creepy. Like, very creepy.
Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shame.
Hey. He talks a lot. Come here. Come here. And say hi to the people. There's my boy Milo. He talks a lot because I talk a lot, so I talk a lot to him. I have 2 cats. I have a boy and a girl. And she just had babies, actually. So, they're literally like 2 days old. So, I'll have them on camera in one of these videos. Hey, stop. See if I can show you her real quick. Mila, come here. Alright, she does not want to be on camera or on my lap. She wants nothing to do with me right now, so we'll let her chill. Yeah, those are my babies.
Down. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself.
Yeah, so sorry if you hear them in the background, by the way. But yeah.
Because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Maybe it's just me. When Shannon Sharp said that part about how he would drop the whole 10-minute sex tape, I thought, man, this guy has a problem. He is a sexual deviant. Now, for those that aren't informed, keep in mind, Tony Busby
like
never said that he was going to drop any sex tape of the sort. This was just something that Shannon had kind of concocted, and maybe a way to display his freak nasty nature. We've seen that before when he accidentally logged into Instagram Live. And we also saw it displayed in the text messages referencing making big black monkey gorilla babies. Like, it seemed like Shannon Sharp was into race play. And I know most people also didn't pick this up, but there were documentations that came out from the court hearing that found out that Shannon Sharp likes to get his B-star pressed on with his feet in the air. And I don't have any sort of problem with any of that, but I just feel like all of this could have been avoided. When I first talked about this, I said, hey, Shannon, you should just probably just shut up. You should probably shut up. You know what you did, and you should have went with the settlement in the first place. Maybe you felt like you could do this, but all this public dirt that you're doing, it doesn't do anything for you. It's not going to make you look better in the light. And it may suck that ultimately this situation got misconstrued, or if you did do the things that you did to this woman, you know, of course, justice should be served. But no matter what, is the juice worth the squeeze? And here we are today where you had to pay millions in lawyer fees. You had to pay and retire this OnlyFans model. You got fired from your big time job on ESPN, where they have cleaned house of pretty much all sports media people outside of Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee. Like, you were sitting there third in line. I just don't know if all of this was worth it. And now the whole internet knows that you like to sit in dead bug position and get your booty ate, and that you like to get really aggressive with women.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
Okay.
Like, sir, what are you even saying right now?
Big black guy chokes small white woman.
If that brother...
Dude, that shit makes my fucking ass itch. Like,
that has a racial fetish, if I ever seen one.
Over $10 million. He didn't offer to settle this case in any type of guilt or innocence framework. If I'm gonna be honest, in a very real way, Shannon settled this case for you. You say, for me? Well, what do you mean by that, Lead? Listen, the only reason Shannon makes any money at all is because of you and how you feel about him, how you judge him, what light you see him in. The only reason that Shannon makes any money is because you exist and you have money, and so companies want to get in front of you. These companies feel like you hold Shannon Sharp in a certain esteem and you watch Shannon Sharp, so they want to use Shannon Sharp to get in front of you.
What the lead attorney said there, in my opinion, is 1,000% true. Shouts out to the lead attorney. See, what I was saying about Shannon Sharpe in the beginning is that I don't know why he took this to court. I don't know why he tried to fight this. Because ultimately, when you play the court of public opinion game, there's a couple of different things that happen. One, you are subjected to a new level of criticism that probably never existed before. People were starting to dig up Shannon Sharpe's past, which I'll go into in a minute here, and it exposed some of the things that he said on his platform, or some of the things that he did in his past, or just the contradictory nature of his advice for some of the young athletes that made him seem like a hypocrite in the light. A la Joey Swole, to be honest with you. Two, your personal effects are going to be put on blast. Again, nobody needed to know these text messages. Nobody needed to know those phone conversations. And for damn sure, nobody.
I didn't need to know that, want to know that. I wish I didn't know that still. Like, bro, please.
Nobody needed to hear the image of Shannon Sharpe with his feet facing the ceilings as he was having a tongue pressed against his B-star. Is that what was in the 10-minute video, Shannon? Your balloon not getting played with? You wanted us to see all that? We didn't need to see all that in order to understand the severity or the picture or the full scope of what was going on. Why would you want us to see that? And number three, and at the end of the day, the court of public opinion does not matter. I personally believe this to be true. The only thing that you're gonna do is fuel fires out there, but if you just let it rest, then ultimately the conversations will die off. Most people watching this video totally even forgot about Shannon Sharpe in the situation, and life just continued on. But now, because he kept fueling the fire, people were able to go online and make criticisms about how he had $25K per cheek for this young woman, but couldn't even put up more than 30 bands for his daughter's wedding.
Hey, my daughter's a budget.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I think I seen something about this, bro. Is this for real? Is this for real? Like, he's yo.
You got a budget. I don't get whatever you do after that.
What number? I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number you said?
30,000.
Okay, so you can have a wedding with 30,000.
I don't know what you can have. I ain't the one getting married. Yeah, I don't give a damn.
Wow.
Hey, y'all from the South, y'all know about that fried catfish and spaghetti plate. Hey, I know somebody hooked that thing right on up. What they charge by the plate? $10.50 a head. Spaghetti, fried catfish, a piece of cornbread, and a styrofoam cup of sweet tea. That's all you're getting.
And now, granted, it is Shannon's money. He can do whatever he pleases. But now we as the public can criticize you for your decision making, especially because you have in the past said that something that you regret or wish.
Facts, y'all. Be careful what you put on the internet. Once it's out there, it is no longer private. You have no control over what people say or do with your information. Literally, like. It's all of our business now, Unc. Why you do this to us?
You had done in your earlier days was be a better father. You have the opportunity now by putting up more than 30,000 for those daughters, but you would rather put up 25K per cheek on somebody that you hope to call you daddy in a sexual way. Like that is a bad.
50K for some cheeks. Oh my gosh, yo, bro.
Everybody wants Zion.
30K limit for your daughter's wedding. What's going on, bro?
To get in shape except Zion. Everybody wants Zion to have discipline except Zion. So how can I want something? How can the team want something more for him than he wants it for himself? Right. That's why they put it in his contract. Look how they got it in his contract, that he has to hit weight clauses because they know him.
Unc said something extremely powerful there. Why should I want better for him if he doesn't want better for himself? Well, Unc, I guess we're all on the same page as you. You criticize Zion for not having discipline, but this is a situation in which you lacked sexual discipline clear as day. Set up or not, you dealing with this young woman could only be a bad knock on your image. And it would be different too if this was your first situation, but Shannon Sharpe also had another situation back in 2012, I believe, with a lady at CBS. I'm telling you, it's a little hard to have any sort of
restraining order. The fuck were you doing at CBS that you got restrained in public, in a public store?
sympathy for Shannon Sharp, especially because he made this exact bet. Now, will he ultimately be okay? Yeah, for sure. We're talking about multimillionaires here who have had great and long careers. But you were pillow talking about how much money you was making with this young woman. I mean, you were answering these questions and got comfortable on the phone, even though to a lot of people it sounded like you was recording. You was saying all these crazy things about athletes, how they need to be more disciplined and take things more seriously, how your daughters can't have all this budget for their wedding, and in the same breath you were spending $25K per butt cheek for some milk pancakes. I don't know why or how anybody should have sympathy for Shannon Sharp, to be quite honest with you. Men lacking sexual discipline has always been a problem, and he is just another person. And what's crazy is because
please, if there's any guys, men, boys watching this, please practice sexual discipline, bro. I feel like a man with sexual discipline is a very powerful and valuable man. Word. Protect yourself, king.
He's talked about athletes. He's been around athletes where the shtick is, or the story is, hey, protect yourself from women that are, you know, up to no good for you. But he didn't do that himself. He probably should have listened to Monique's advice and got him a big old girl, a fat girl, an older woman, and just settled down. He probably would have not been in this type of...
Hold on, bro. Because I shouted out that freaking Cat Williams interview. Monique's interview. Second best interview he had on his channel, bro. He was doing that. He really did that for, man.
Situation right now.
This dating thing, because this is Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at your.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old.
She's hilarious. But that's gonna be the end of the video, y'all. We gonna pray for Shannon, man. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.